just please stop doing this. What's up guys, Joe Senna here, we're back, and today we're going to talk about the proper way to use this, a foam roller, or do what we call Self Myofascial Technique, all right? Now, again, I just see a lot of people at the gym, everywhere I go, and they use this thing and they're not using it the way it's intended to be used, all right guys? This is not a massager, it's not a toy, it's a tool, and it's a tool that's going to make us stronger, it's going to make us more flexible, and it's going to give us better optimal body movement. When we're doing any exercise, our body's going to move better, we're going to have better balance, we're going to have better muscle synergy and equal length tension relationships of the muscle, all right? So it's going to make our whole body better. And again, like I said, I want you to think of this as strength training. This is not, it is flexibility training, but it's flexibility training that's going to make you stronger. Now, why is that? Well, this roller, what we're doing, the purpose of using this is to do the opposite of tightening a muscle. We want to untighten it. So if we have an overactive muscle, as indicated through some of our exercises, even sometimes if you're doing a squat and your feet are turning out, we can pretty much guarantee that your calf and soleus are overactive. They're most likely, okay? Or certain back arches or things like that. We can do some more testing to figure that out. But you might already intuitively know what muscles are tight or not. If not, you need to see a professional like myself, who's NASM master trainer, or some other person who's well-versed in these topics, all right? So again, when we are loosening these muscles, what we're doing is we're taking this roller, right? And I'm gonna show you some examples here in a bit. I'm gonna go through it. And we're gonna apply pressure to the fascia. Again, Self Myofascial Technique, right? So self, we're doing it to ourselves. Myofascia, we're rolling the muscle. Technique, that's the technique that we're using, right? So when we roll it, I see so many people doing, like I demonstrated earlier, just these massage. It's like you're playing with this thing. I don't know what you're doing with it, but you know, it's not intended for that. Now, it's okay if you're not actively having a purpose with that. Just realize that that's what you're doing. You're not actively doing flexibility training. So again, when we're rolling these muscles, right, this roller is applying pressure to that fascia, and we want to keep that pressure constant. We just want to hold it there. And just that we're holding it, and I say that like this, we're not tense, we're actually the opposite of tense in that muscle. So this muscle, or this roller, is just digging into that loose, limp muscle. That muscle should be like a fish, like just super limp, no strength, no contraction, right? It's already contracting too much, which is why we're doing the technique in the first place, okay? So this roller, again, we're just letting it sit there. I'm gonna demonstrate it for you. About 3 different techniques. We're just letting it absorb into that muscle for at least 30 seconds, all right? We're not, there should be little or if any movement in that time. Now, the only movement is when we're rolling to a new spot, and we're gonna hold that spot for 30 seconds, all right? So just, I'm gonna demonstrate that for you a little bit more about where this comes from and why this is important. Well, like I was kind of mentioning, you need to view this roller as strength training. I know it's sexy to get in there and do the squats and the thrusts and, you know, the bench and all that good stuff. And I love all that stuff too, all right? I mean, we don't achieve the results we achieve by just doing this. I understand that. But we want to move optimally. We want to have fewer or no injuries, right? We want to have our muscles work more synergistically, right? We want to have more equal length tension relationships from one muscle to the other. And those are kind of topics that'll be explored in other videos, but these are things that we all want. And this is not just to, you know, do some therapy or just, no, this is for all athletes of any level, whether we're bodybuilding, powerlifting, we're competing, we're doing strength training, performance, athletics, and corrective exercise, right? This is a useful tool for everybody. And just to let you know some examples of how that could be, this was a staple of Kobe Bryant's program. This was a staple of Blake Griffin's program. You guys might have heard of them. And you know who's a big time user of this program is a similar program. He has his own that he named is, his last name's Brady. Okay, so there's a reason why they use this, and there's a reason why athletes and high performance athletes all over the world and country use this, is because again, it's for optimal movement and strength. All right, and just because you're bodybuilding doesn't mean you can't use it either. I mean, obviously, if we want to move better, we want to get rid of the compensations. Okay, so an example would be if our foot is turning out, like I told you earlier. Oftentimes, very often, that's in the soleus and lateral gastrocnemius that's causing that foot turnout compensation. And then what's happening is that muscle's overreactive. Your body is not able to properly move, and so you're compensating, and your muscles are going that way, right? And so along with that, there's muscles that are underactive, which you need to strengthen, okay, or let's say activate more. They may not be weak, but they're not as used as much. All right, we'll kind of go over that in another video. It's a whole other topic, right? But for the purpose of this video, we kind of know the value of this roller and a little bit more of why we're doing it and who can use it, which is everyone that wants to move more optimally is going to be able to get value from this. So with all that being said, let's take you into examples. So let's go down there and talk about it. What's up, guys? Now that we know what rolling is not supposed to look like, and we know the philosophy behind why we're doing the foam rolling or the SMT technique, let's show you 3 examples of how to properly perform the foam rolling or the SMT, the Self Myofascial Technique, okay? So starting off, let's start off with one of the most common areas that's overactive in the body, which would be your soleus and lateral gastrocnemius out here, your calf. Basically your calf here, and then the soleus is right underneath here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to help your foot and ankle have more mobility, which is going to help your whole body work together so much better, okay? So, but let's just demonstrate this foam rolling technique here. So let's start off, we're going to kind of hit both. We're going to kind of hit the soleus and the gastrocnemius or the lateral. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how long you're supposed to hold it and obviously why, and just demonstrate it for you, okay? So here we go. We're going to start off here. Start with this roller right down near the ankle, okay? We're gonna have both legs on it. You're gonna have your hands right in a fist, right by your hips here. You're gonna lift your body up, so let's put more pressure on your leg, between the roller and your leg. Now from here, what I'm gonna do is find my posture, right? Keep my chin back, right? From here, I'm gonna put one leg over the top of the other one, just like this. And I'm gonna roll slightly. We are gonna roll a little bit, but we're gonna stop where we feel the most discomfort or pressure or pain, if you will. And then an important point here, like I was telling you before, is we want to let this roller own our muscle. So we just want to let it absorb into that. So if I lift my leg up, I don't know if you can see that, the muscle is really, I'll probably roll in a close up here. The muscle is really just limp, okay? I think we just want a limp muscle. Remember, we're trying to do the opposite of contract. We're trying to send signals to loosen that muscle or to not contract. Okay, manual signals, right? So here we are, we're just gonna hold it. So we're not rolling, we're not doing anything, not a massage. We're just gonna hold this position until either 30 seconds for a warm up, or if we're just trying to do manual therapy or, technique, if we're just trying to do that, we're gonna hold it till we feel significantly less discomfort. And that's gonna be the guideline for when we're rolling, okay? So that was one side, or one muscle. Let's go ahead and show you a couple more. Okay, we're back. So now we're gonna work our adductor, okay, which is inside of our thigh, right here. So this is the area that's, if we find that to be overactive or is overly tight, what we wanna do is place this roller perpendicular to your thigh here, okay? Just like this. And hold your forearms parallel here, just kind of watch your posture again. Don't let your back sag too much, just keep your posture straight here, all the way through your body. And then if you can see how the roller's set up, it's perpendicular here. And just like with the calf, I'm going to unflex my leg. And I'm gonna just let this roll in. I'm gonna let this roller own my muscle right there, all right? I'm just gonna let it work in there and do its thing. What we're not doing again, we're not playing with it, all right? We're just holding it with a purpose, and we are driving those neurons away from the muscle. So we are telling it to not contract. Stop contracting, right? That's the purpose of the SMT, the foam rolling. So when you see this, this is why we're doing it. And ideally, again, like I told you in the intro, we want to make this is like strength training, okay? So again, we're going to hold this in the most discomforting place for about 30 seconds. Again, if we're just trying to do Self Myofascial Technique, we're going to just hold it till this discomfort is significantly reduced, all right? So that's another one. All right, guys, another common area that I see people trying to massage, and I want to show you correct technique in order to do, is your piriformis. Now, where is the piriformis? It's above your, it's close to your glute medius, a little bit above, and it's on your side. But think about your glute max, it's going to be over that. So if we're down here, we're too low. So we want to put this leg up here on our knee here, have this hand back here, and we're just going to roll again. So we are going to roll a little bit, but then we're going to stop where we feel the most discomfort. And then again, I just want to let this roller just own the muscle, okay? Just let it work in there and let it do its thing. So I just find the spot that's most discomfort, and I just hold it, okay? So again, it's going to be a 30-second hold, and that's for a warm-up. But if we're going to do Self Myofascial Technique training, if we're just trying to get this muscle to loosen up, then we could stay here for a minute or more, even 2 minutes, if that's what it takes, until the discomfort is significantly reduced. All right, so this is a proper demonstration of the piriformis Self Myofascial Technique. All right, guys, we're back. So shirts on in this video, so I apologize for that. But how'd you guys feel? Good? Did you guys enjoy that? Using this, you know what to do with it now. We know that we're going to hold this on that affected muscle or that tight muscle for at least 30 seconds, or until the pain or discomfort is significantly reduced in that muscle, and you should feel that as you're going through it, as I demonstrated. So I gave you the three different muscle groups or techniques that we could use in those affected body parts, mainly so you understand the concept of how to use this. Now again, if you just want to kind of roll on this and mess around with it, you can do that. Just realize that's not really the true purpose of the Self Myofascial Technique or the foam roller. And the foam roller is not the only way to do SMT. There's other modes. There's the vibrating massage gun. I have the Hypervolt brand myself. There's little small kind of dense balls like a tennis ball or something that you could move and put your body against and get pressure that way. So there's different ways to do the technique. This is just one mode that we demonstrated for you today, because I see so many people using this incorrectly. It just drives me crazy, all right? So if you guys found a lot of value from this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you had trouble with it, I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. And that's pretty much it, guys. So here's Joey Senna. We had another great video today. See you guys next time.